Okay.
Welcome.
Welcome. So I think I want to know some of you. What about you, Diki? Hi, Diki. What up?
Hi, Kak Denny.
Long time no see, huh?
Yeah, last time we see at the first offline class, right?
Okay. How are you today?
It's been great. I woke up really early at at kind of 4 or 5 a.m. Not usual for me, but yeah, it's a good day for me.
Okay. Have you had your breakfast?
Definitely.
Oh, good. Hope you have fun in this class, huh?
Thank you.
Okay. And let's see who else that open their camera. Oh yeah, don't forget to open your camera, guys. Let me see your beautiful face, beautiful smile.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you, Mr. Congratulations. I mean, selamat. How are you?
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hi.
Nice to see you. And I think this is the second time for me to join with Britzone. And I think for today, I'm so excited to join with Britzone. I woke up same with Dicky
Cool.
earlier morning. It's around 3 o'clock.
Okay. Oh, that's
Yeah, 3 o'clock EM. And then after that, I pray subuh and yeah, join with pengajian. And after that, yeah, doing the daily activity as usual. And
okay.
For now, I'm excited to join. Yeah.
As you all, thank you. Hope you'll be having fun here in class.
Yeah.
Hope you can have fun here in this class as we all.
Because I will meet incredible person in here to speak English as well. Encourage my
Okay.
well, yeah.
So let's talk to other one. I see Zaki. Where are you, Zaki?
Hi.
Hey, where are you? You look like you're outside.
Yeah. In the garage.
Oh, okay. Are you excited about today's class?
Yeah. Actually, this is my first to join online.
Great.
I joined Britzone in 2017. Back then, when I got so much spare time, so I was excited. So this is my first time to join online.
Then I'll come back. It's great to have you back.
Okay. Thanks.
Is that all?
Yep.
Should we wait? I guess that's all. Okay, guys. Good morning. Welcome to Saturday Fun Day Class. And it's glad to have you all here. We're going to have fun. But before we begin, there's some announcement that I would like to announce to you all. And Ram, please, can you help me? Okay. Once again, welcome to Britzone, the largest English community in Jakarta, and also I hope in Indonesia. And next slide. Okay. Next one. Okay, as you all know, Britzone has 3 values. It's English education. We are here to learn English together, and it's also free and open platform, and also based on volunteerism. So we all here volunteer to have fun and learn English together. Okay. So Britzone has 3 programs throughout the week. The first one is Britzone Speaking Academy, or BSA. It starts on Tuesday at 7 p.m. and it focuses on public speaking, which is speech, debate, interview, etc. You can feel free to join at around 7 p.m. when you maybe if you can, if you have time at 7 p.m. after you work something, feel free to join. And then we have Britzone English Betterment Series, or BEBS, as you can call it. It's on Wednesday, start at same time at 7 p.m. And it's focused on 4 skills in English. So if you want to improve your skills in English, in listening, reading, writing, and speaking, feel free to join the Wednesday class at 7 p.m. It's very fun. And the last one is Britzone Fun Day Class, which is today. And it's always start at 11 a.m. I'm sorry, in Saturday. And it brings various fun topics to discuss. As for today, it's about journalism, which is fun. Okay. Yeah, and don't forget to follow our Instagram, also subscribe our YouTube and Twitter, and we're also on Clubhouse and our website, and also podcast. There's a lot of content there and a lot of coming events that you might want to join. So feel free to join our social media. And yeah. Okay. And the next is, as you all know, Britzone is a nonprofit organization, and we need to, fund all our awesome events. And one of them is we have merchandise. We're selling merchandise, and it's all awesome. It's all great. We got T-shirt, we got tote bag and sticker pack, also a notebook, and it all have a great price, great value. You can. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes if you want to buy. You can scan the barcode there. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, cool. And also you can check our Instagram for the merch, Britzone merch. Okay. Okay. I would love to tell you that we are sponsored by Library of the Education and Culture Ministry. They've been sponsored our class and events from the first time. And also don't forget to sign up for becoming member of the library to access impressive resources about around 32,000 book collections, audio and video collection. Just great. Feel free to join. Okay, next. Oh yeah, and later, after the class is ended, please don't just leave. We have an after class duration, which is taking pictures. So please open up your camera. Let us see your beautiful face and beautiful smile. And also later, give us your feedback with the link that we'll send you later. Okay, because your feedback matters to us, and it will improve our classes for better next time. Okay. I think that would be all the announcement that need to be announced. So who knows what we're going to discuss today? what's the topic of today's class? Anybody wants to tell me? Maybe. Let's see. Well, okay, sure. I think we're all excited for the class already. So, Saskia, yeah, Dela, yeah, it's about journalism. So our conductor today will discuss about how to make a beautiful story, a great story as a journalism. So, without further ado, Saskia, time and place is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Denny, for the introductions. You're such a great MC for today. Okay, so hi everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Bye.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Oh my God, it's really nice to hear your voice because it's so silent before. But after hearing your voices, it encouraged me to be more more challenging to attract my knowledge and experience to you guys. Okay, let me share the screen for the introductions. You guys can see it, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say thank you so much for Saturday team for letting me to be the conductor for Saturday class, especially in expertise class. It's such an honor for me to bring this topic because this topic is really a thing that I passion to. And yeah, and thank you so much for the Britzoners coming today's class because it's weekend and you spend your time to join Britzone class. And I hope that you find something interesting and you can expand your networking and also explore your English skills as well. So yeah, let me present myself. I'm Sasqia Nazar, but you can call me Sasqia. I'm a digital creator who is interested in creative writing. So I love to tell a story to inspire and foster people to attain awareness. And because since 2017, I've been devoted to the creative industry, especially in the background of producer and journalist. So yeah, from this experience, because become the reasons why I would like to share the topic about telling stories like a journalist. Okay. Next is I will share a glimpse of my works. Okay. I currently working as a producer and also did some writings as a scriptwriter at one of University Free program named WOW. So as you guys can clearly see from the name, it's WOW. When you heard something really excited or when you heard something new that you haven't known before, and when you finally get the answer from the questions that you are wondering about. So this is the program it's talk about. This program contains the elements of storytelling, but delivered in the journalism technique. So yeah, this program named WOW. The title is like punya manfaat, kenapa Indonesia tidak melegalkan ganja, or apakah menonton pornografi berbahaya, and so on, that related to current issues or from your from something that maybe across to your mind, and we provided into the program to answer several questions that you guys wonder. Okay, so next is a journalist. So I experienced I experienced it as a journalist at one of Binus TV program named Jurnal 19. So these are just those of my works as a journalist. I cannot conclude all the coverage in here in this slide. So it's about 2 years ago, before I become the producer. So it's really nice to tell to do the coverage, because I can tell the stories and observe the circumstances that happens in the surroundings. Okay. Next is because we love to share stories a lot, because people love to share a story. Every people, when they are gathered in the cafe or in our home with our friends, we really love to share a story. Even since several years ago, people in the past used to tell a story, and after that we know the history, because people share the story that happens in that time. So storytelling is always the most greatest way to deliver the informations, because we can relate with that conditions that happens in that time. So let me start the reading sessions. So I need a volunteer in here to read this teaser script to everyone in here. So you just have to read this paragraph, and I want to ask you what is the point of this story. Is anyone in here want to be the volunteer? Come on, guys, please be more active.
One on the
Okay, Kadika, you may go, Kadika.
Oh, yes. All right. The realities of the 4-day work week. When Koray Kamkes was granted a 4-day work week, the benefits seemed numerous. The new schedule forced the London-based PR officer to organize his time better. He was still able to meet deadlines and stay on top of to-do lists, while enjoying an extra day of each week. Most importantly, for the recent father, he was able to spend more time with his child.
Okay, thank you so much, Kadika, for reading this story. So based on this story, what do you guys feel, and what do you guys can get the knowledge with this kind of story? Is anyone in here want to answer? Everyone? Or Kadika?
Oh, relaxed.
So you get the informations about the relax, because the 4-day work week. Okay,
Yes.
You are totally right. Because people get a 4-day work week, they have more quality time in their life. So that is why he can be more productive in the work. So he can spend, because he already spent a lot of time with his child. So that is why his work-life balance is already great. So yeah, thank you so much, Kadika, for telling the stories. It's really good. And now I would like to ask you, who says that journalist only delivers in a rigid or in informal news? Who says that? No, it's not. Okay, a journalist is not always telling stories in a formal ways, in the stand-up reporting, in the the news anchor thing. Being a journalist in today's era is easier than we thought, because in today's era, everyone can build a story like a journalist in more creative and more engaging ways, in more deepest ways. So yeah, we can use it to deliver the informations by storytelling. Because when Kadika read the story, it's like really engaged to the people, because there's the character in here, Corey Kamgos, who was granted to get a 4-day work week, right? So he get the benefits when he has to only work in the 4 day in a week. So yeah, I think it's all from this point. So next is I need some volunteer to read again this story. Does anyone want to read?
Can I try?
Yes, you may. Who is it?
Dwi.
Okay, Dwi, you may go.
Okay. The unshakable stigma of mothers who leave their children. Quitting a job because she doesn't like it, leaving a city that no longer suits her needs, or ending a relationship with someone she's no longer in love with. In recent decades, Western society has championed women who make this kind of empowering choice. But what if the choice she makes is to leave her kids?
Okay, so from this story, what is the point that you get, Kak Dwi?
It's kind of like a stigma of the choice when a woman is working.
Yeah.
But not every woman is working, leaving their children. But sometimes she also can do the job of both at the same time, take care of their children and also doing her job.
So yeah, we can connect to the story, because it's related to us. It's related to our environment, that a woman has the unshakable stigma if they have to leave their children, right? So this is the story that journalists can do. We cannot just deliver in the formal ways, in the words that hard to understand. We can use several words that easy to understand by using storytelling, because everyone is love to share a story. Okay, thank you so much, Kak Dwi, for sharing, for reading the news. So it's really great, actually. Okay, next is, what is storytelling? I need someone to answer it, please. Please be active, guys. Is anyone in here want to answer?
Anyone want to tell us what storytelling is? Come on.
Come on, guys. What is storytelling from your opinion? Is anyone in here want to answer the definitions of storytelling?
Okay, Saskia, in my opinion, storytelling is kind of like another way when you want to deliver a story, but it's not only deliver story, but you involve intonation, gestures, and also the volume of your voice or something like that to make it more interesting and more engaging to your audience.
Wow, you're totally correct, Kak Dwi. I didn't expect that someone will explain it in more detailed ways like that. So yeah, you are totally right, Kak Dwi. Congratulations. Please give an applause to her. Okay, so here's the definitions of storytelling. So storytelling is the interactive art of using words and actions to reveal the elements and image of a story while encouraging the listener's imagination. So the keyword in here are to deliver your message using words or actions like body language. And then after someone's tried to deliver the message, someone who is listening imagine it, some things that happens to that story. So that is the definitions of storytelling. Okay, you might be wondering what is the relations and the connections between the storytelling and journalism kind of thing. Okay, journalism is actually a journalist itself, actually, from my opinion, is a phenomenal nonfiction storyteller, because a journalist gather and collected several informations and evidence based on the fact. So that is why a journalist is a great storyteller. Okay, next is we are move on to our main point, telling stories like a journalist. Okay, I need your participations again, guys, to be active in this class. From these pictures, which one of these is using the element of journalism? Come on, guys. Hello, everyone.
Why are so
Please.
quiet in here? Come on, guys.
Why so quiet? Which one of these pictures is using the element of journalism? Kak Intan? You may...
The
one holding the dinosaur, or no, Mike.
Yeah, but mostly the girl with holding mic.
The girl who is holding mic.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyone maybe have different perspective?
No one picks the one that has the video camera.
Because she is usually in the back of the camera. I mean, unseen. Yeah.
He's very happy. Look at this.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think it's all. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Louis, for always participate to be active in this group. So yeah, you are not totally, you are not false, but it's almost correct. But actually, those of these pictures is using the elements of journalism. Okay, those of these pictures is using the element of journalism. So this girl is actually a camera person. She's capture every evidence, every story that happens in the field. So that is why she's also using the elements of journalism, because to collect all the evidence. And this one is the reporter who is the leader to collect the informations. So you are totally right, because she's know everything in the field, right? Okay, and this one is a new anchor who is live on the studio. She's get information from the field from this guy, from this girl, and then she has to deliver it and for the people in the studio. But actually, a journalist cannot work alone. They have to work in a team to gather the informations, and then after work in a team, they can build a story that maybe matters for the people. And actually, a journalist is a broad career with many opportunities within different areas. You can be a journalist in the radio, in the televisions, in the newspapers, in the magazine, in the podcast, and so on. There are very specific type for journalists, and that is the reason why journalist is really smart, because they always adapt with the medium that they are delivering. Okay, next is, these are the contents that I really recommend to you if you want to deliver a story like a journalist. So this one is Fox. Fox is a media from the US. the every news that they deliver is using the element of storytelling that maybe we can relate it. Like, why cannot we sleep? Why do we cry? Why are we so lonely? So stories like that is related to our life. Like, we also feel the loneliness. We also cry every time. We also sometimes cannot sleep. Fox is described why people cannot sleep, why we are so lonely. So they deliver it in the most creative storytelling. So I really recommend you, if you want to enhance your English skills and also want to gain your storytelling skills, Fox is gonna be your favorite channel. Okay, next is Johnny Harris. Oh my God, I have no idea how to describe this man. This man is really great at storytelling because he always telling a hard story that I really hard to understand, but he delivered it the most creative and easiest ways to get the point. And like the conflicts across the borders around the world, he's just simplified into the storytelling technique. And the conflicts that happens in Ukraine, he also delivered it in more deepest ways, and also more a great point of view based on his perspective as a journalist. Okay, next is Anesi Judge. This is Indonesians that really great at storytelling, because I know that maybe she's not a journalist, but she's already enacting the element of journalist by research various informations, and then she's collected into one, and then she's delivered it in the most horror way. So it's really interesting to watch her on YouTube. But actually, the contents almost contains with horror, but I don't know, every time I watch her story, it's gonna be make me getting the entertainment. Next is Burial. Burial is really great at storytelling because she only shares about food, but food around the world without actually visiting the country. She's just asking her followers or subscribers, and the subscribers is willing to share the story, to do the coverage in their country, and then share it to the Burial. And the Burial is just have to collect it all the coverage that every subscribers send it to her. So this is really good if you want to know more about food around the world with her channel. Okay, the most important thing that journalists do is to collect it, factual informations. So you can search various informations from the internet, from the interviews, from the evidence, from the people questions, and so on. You can conclude from various sources. Next is, okay, not every story is interesting enough to tell. So you have to consider these questions to make your story engage with the audience. First is, why people have to listen to your story? Answer it by yourself. Is there any urgency that matters to your story? And then, why you have to tell your story? Is that something relatable to your story with people's life? Or how important is your story for people? So if you already can answer those of these questions, maybe your story will be more engaged to the people. For example, like the headline that I mentioned before, like why do we cry from folks, why we are so lonely. The contents and the headline is really related to our life. So that is why people want to click and see and consume the story. And then we get a new insight, and we are happy to get the informations. So before you create your own story, make sure you have to answer these questions, because it's kind of make people engage with your story or relate with your story. Next is, okay, your story at least has to contain one of these three values. First is to educate. Your story is, if you want to foster and empower people, these values to educate is maybe a great things for you. Because in educations, after people watching and consuming the story, they will get a new insight and a new skills or a new point of view. So they get a new experience from the story that you share. For example, like the headline from the BBC, how do we know we are not at the center of the universe? In fact, there's only a story about Earth is not the center of the universe, but because the headlines create a story like this, how do we know we are not at the center of the universe? It makes us wonder why we are not at the center of the universe. You get that? So because this is delivered in the story, we can engage and raise the awareness, like, that's right, why do we are not in the center? Like, why we in the third of the Tata Surya, I don't know how to in English, so in the universe, I mean. So yeah, your story have to educate people. And then your story at least has to inspire people. So how to inspire people? The story can change people's mindset. For example, like this headline, the enemy of the state who won historic Olympic gold. So actually this girl is really had her country, Philippines. But when she's kind of joining the weightlifting and she's winning the Olympic gold, she's cannot believe that she's become the hero of her country, her own country. Like, this is really inspirational story to hear, right? Like, how do you usually felt when Gracia Poli and her partner winning the gold medal for badminton? It's really inspirational, right? The story is really touched to our mind, and then makes us feel to be better like her. So have you ever feel like you are not in a good mood, and then suddenly you open your phone and you read a story about people's successfully achieve scholarships, and he make her parents proud because of him. So that's a story that makes people engage the inspirations. Maybe you are not in the good mood that day, but after reading the stories, your mood suddenly increase, because if he can, why I'm not, right? And then emotion. For the emotions, the story contains with the aims that you want to make people laugh, or you want to make people cry, you want to make people feel disappointed, like you want to tell. So make them feel exactly what you want to feel. If you want to make the people is crying, so create a story that gaining the emotions to cry. And for the example is the Ukrainian refugee who loves to laugh at school in Poland. So as you guys know, the Ukraine is not is really have bad times right now because of the Russians. And there's also a positive side. There's also the happiness side story that we can coverage. Like this girl is loves to laugh at school in Poland. So even though they facing a difficult time, I mean, but there's also someone who can still laugh at that time. All right. Next is why journalists? Why you have to tell a story like a journalist? Because journalists have a skill. Journalists has a skill that maybe everyone cannot compile it into one. Because journalist is actually has a relationship skill. Journalist is used to work in a team. So journalists also used to work together informations from people in various backgrounds. She used to interview the low profile person, or she used to interview the highest profile persons, and so on. They can speak to other people. So that is why the relationship skills is already have in the journalist itself, because when he want to get the information, he have to gaining some and building some relations so that people would be comfortable to share the story. And then writing. Okay, this is the basic skills that journalists have to do, because after gaining a relations from the people, and then a journalist have to compile all of those story into a package story. So that is why the writing skills is matter for journalists. And then journalist is used to write based on the evidence. So that is why a journalist is a great package to be a storyteller. So next is communication skills. To deliver and to research informations, a journalist needs to communicate to get the point of the message. So it's not about journalists have to great at speaking, but it's about how journalists listen to the other. So when you are considered to become a journalist, you have to listen. You have to know what is happened to our society. You have to be human, because there is the reason why communication studies have a journalism major, because we are trying to observe the surroundings, observe the circumstances, and from that we can create our point of view to create a story to foster and empower the people. So with all of those skills, a journalist can be a great package of storyteller, because journalists know well how to deliver a story in the right way. A journalist can do the interview by gaining the relationship, by writing, by communication skills. So that is why no wonder that a journalist is a great package of storyteller. All right, next is journalist is detail oriented. So these are the element of journalists is usually did for when gather the informations. In Indonesia, in Bahasa Indonesia, we used to call it 5W1H. So the what in here is about what happened, what is the conflict or what is the story that happens, and then for the who in here is who was involved in the story, who is the character in here, and then when did it take place, when, for the when, and where did it take place, be specific at the place, at the home, at the street, etc. And why did it take place? Why, for example, like if there is a conflict, why the conflict has happened, and then how did it how the conflict is happens, and you can provide about the details. Maybe I will give with the case to explain all of these elements. For example, we create a headline about Nadiem Makarim as a founder of Gojek. Maybe we heard Nadiem Makarim as a Gojek is very normal, right? The story is really normal if I know that Nadiem Makarim is a founder of Gojek. But after we change the perspective to be more engaging, to be attractive, we can change it into from tired of facing the traffic every day, this guy is built up an ojek online applications. So do you guys get the point in here that there is a story in the headline, like from tired of facing the traffic every day, this guy is built up an ojek online application. So this is a real resolution for us. This is a new technology that we can finally can use and make us easier when doing our lifestyle. And what in here is there is Jakarta who always facing the traffic, and the why in here, sorry, I mean, and people is really hard to be on time, to be arrived at that place, and the who in here is Nadiem Makarim, of course. He's kind of to try to figure out how to arrive at the place on time. So, and then when in here is Nadiem Makarim already built Gojek at about 2010. So he's kind of trying to make an ojek because he feels like when there's a ojek, he can easily to arrive at the place that his aim to is more on time, and it's the easiest and the fastest way to arrive at the place by using ojek online. So where did it take place? The where is from Jakarta, and then how did it happen? So by how in here, see, Nadiem Makarim can build an object online application, so people don't worry to looking for the object in Pangkalan. They just have to book an object by the application. So why in here is because there's traffic in Jakarta, and to resolve this problem is by creating a Gojek. So I think it's gonna be comprehensive and clear enough to explain the 5W plus 1H by using the story of Nadiem Makarim as founder of Gojek. Just we can repress it in many other angles in more creative ways. So when you are trying to deliver your story like a journalist, there's a lot of angle that you can use, not only just like Nadiem Makarim is the founder of Gojek. You can use many sides point of view that makes your stories interesting. All right. So next is, wow, we are in the focus group discussions. Okay, because I already share some of the example of the story, so I would like you to be a journalist right now. So if you were a journalist, first, what kind of story that you want to deliver? You can elaborate this story. What kind of story? For example, if you want to tell a story like Nadiem Makarim before, you may go whatever that comes to your mind. Just tell your story. What kind of story is that? And then the second one is create your own story headline like a journalist. Like the several explanation that I say, why do we cry? Why we feel so lonely? Create a headline that engage people wants to click your story. And then the last one is what kind of values that listeners get from your story. Based on story that you already create, you choose one of the values that matters that relate to your story. And yeah, I think that is all. Thank you so much, guys, for listening my presentations. I hope you guys find something interesting and find some insight to evolve your storytelling skills and also your English skills. So yeah, it's time to gain your speaking skills because it's FGD time. Okay, back to MC. Thank you so much, guys.
Yay, thank you. Wonderful. Thank you, Sasqia, for the great topics. So we're going to have a forum group discussion, FGD. So please, Rama, our wonderful host, split us into some group, and you're going to have around 20 or 30?
30, I guess.
30, that is good.
Yeah.
You guys have 30 minutes to discuss about the questions that have been asked by Sasqia, just what it did. So yeah.
Bye bye.
See you
in the group.
Have fun.
Yay.
Hey, guys, am I audible? Can you hear my voice?
Clearly.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear it.
Oh my God, ada Kak Pupu, nervous abis.
Hi. Hi,
Kak
Rama.
Pupu.
Hi, Sasqia.
Oh my God. Such an honor. You came to my class.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Such an honor to
So sorry
be
for being late.
joined by a princess.
Yeah.
Don't exaggerate it. I'm just servant in
Oh
a
my
kingdom.
God, no, you're not. You're princess in our kingdom.
Okay, I'm gonna take over this room. So hi everyone, my name is Rama.
Hi Rama.
Hi, Rama.
Hi. So all of you who is not invited to the breakout room are going to have your group discussion here in the main room. So we are also live on YouTube. Hi YouTube people.
Hi,
So
YouTube.
people on YouTube can see our discussion right now. And we are also delighted to be joined by Kak Sasqia and also Kak Denny and everyone. Feel free if you want to open your camera. I encourage all of you to open your camera because it's so, I mean, that's the point of online meeting, right? We want to see your face. So open your camera. Kak Friday, open your camera.
Why you just point me? Oh my God.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just gonna point you all the time. Do we have a first timer here? Is anyone having their first time, their first Britzone class right now? Anyone? Maybe not. Okay, that's cool. So before we, oh, Kakadafi, is your first time?
Yes, my first time in here since my friends joining me to this Britzone.
Okay,
It's my first time experience to be here. Thank you.
Okay, so you know Britzone from your friend. Who is that friend? Who is that?
The first, my friend is Zaki, and the second is Arshan.
Thank you, Zaki. Thank you, Arshan. Okay, so I'm so glad that our family becomes bigger and bigger. So maybe before we are going to start our discussion, it's better for us to introduce ourselves, okay? Just a short introduction. My name is Rama, and I am a student, and I live in Tangerang. How about Kak Intan? Halo Kak Intan.
Hello. Oh yeah. Hi. Okay, everyone. My name is Intan Dewasari. You can call me Intan. I'm from Jakarta, but I live in Depok. And
Who is that friend? Who is that friend of yours?
She is my best friend, Rama. Her name is Loli.
Hi, Loli.
Loli.
What is Loli doing up there?
What kind of bonus is Loli?
I think if there is maybe someday Britzone offline class, I think I'm going to bring Loli.
Yes, please do.
Britzoners meet Loli.
Sure, please do. Oh my God, I hope that we can have an offline discussion very soon. Please do come and bring Loli ya Kak Intan. Thank you so much. How about Kak Arshan? Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, this is actually my second time in Britzone online class. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, nice to meet you all. I'm based in Jakarta, and Tangerang actually, but now currently I live in Jogja. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you, Kak Arshan. Okay, so you live in Jogja. Great. So it's your second time, so I assume that you had a good time in your first try joining Britzone, so that's why you recommend Britzone to Kak Davi, ya?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. How about Kak Friday? Kak Friday, please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I am Friday. Yes, I was born on Friday, so nice to meet you all. I am a worker. Thank you.
What are you, sorry?
I am a worker.
Oh yeah, of course, everybody is a worker.
Yep.
Actually, I also was born on Friday. Maybe that's why we vibe Kak Friday. Is anybody here also was born on Friday?
That'd be so nice.
Okay. How about Kak Madinah? Kak Madinah Sundari. Halo Kak. Halo Kak Madinah. Oh, maybe she's not available. How about Kak Sarah? Hi, my Britzone bestie.
Hi.
My self-proclaimed bestie.
Hello.
Please reintroduce
Yeah.
yourself, okay?
Right. Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah, and I live in Jakarta. I think that's all. You're trying to know
Yeah,
my
that's all actually. Okay, thank you so much everyone for joining today's discussion. As you may have heard previously, Kak Saskia was talking about her experience in journalism and how we as as human who is not a journalist can also become a journalist for 5 minutes by making our story. Okay, before we are going to dive into today's discussion, I just want to ask all of the facilitators right quick. Okay. So, Kak Saskia, she presented she challenged us to make an article, not an article, just yeah, kind of an article, a newsworthy article, in 3 questions. So the first question is what kind of stories that you want to deliver. So here, Kak Saskia just challenged us to make a story, but the first step is to think about what kind of stories do you want to deliver. It can be like a random story, but since I know that everyone loves to talk about themselves, especially me, because I'm a narcissistic, such a self-centered person, okay? So if you want, feel free to create a story based on your life experience, because I believe that everybody has a newsworthy story in their life, like getting a scholarship, or maybe some bad news, maybe if you survived a car crash, maybe, or just stuff like that, that moving stories. So feel free to maybe prepare like a paper and write down your stories, just the points, or yeah, what kind of stories that you think anyone will benefit hearing from you. Kak Saskia previously mentioned that your stories may contain 3 values. They are education, inspirational, and also emotion. So feel free to write down what kind of stories that you want to tell everyone. Kak Saskia, if you okay, let's just pretend that you're a part of our discussion, okay? So if you can make a news out of your life, which part of your life would you want to make a news? Is there any interesting stories, maybe?
Maybe about myself.
Yeah.
Procrastinate. Like we can create a news by our own habits. Like we used to procrastinate all the time, and you can create a story about how to avoid the procrastination. And you can start your story by telling your problem. Like usually I wake up every 7 o'clock, and then I just open my phone, and suddenly it's almost the noon. Like I have no idea what I really did for that so long for just looking at the phone. So there is a story in there. So there's the problem in there. There's the procrastinations. So from that story, you want to tell the tips how to be more productive because of that problem. from
Okay.
something like that. So
Yeah.
there's the newsworthy in here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, that it's not specifically just like how do you say it, like regular news that we see on TV. It can
Yes.
also be like a feature on
Yeah.
a lifestyle segment on some news
Yeah, you're totally
website.
right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, right?
Yeah.
So
you're totally
anyone
right.
has completed the first challenge? Kak Intan, maybe? Kak Intan, have you do you have any idea what you're gonna bring?
To be honest, I haven't written anything. Just okay, what comes in my mind? All about dinosaurs, and then period.
No, okay, it's okay. Take your time, okay. How about Kakak Devi?
The others.
Do you have any idea what you're gonna talk about in your news, Kakak Devi?
Well, let me think first. What I want to speak, what I want to talk is about um, um, maybe about three things, about life.
Yeah.
Well, in this pandemic era, maybe we did not productive in every day, especially in 2020, because we are still at home, school at home, work at home, and study at home. Where was I gonna go? The first thing is you want to stay productive in the pandemic era. I got to do this. First thing is make to do this. What you want to do today, from Monday to Friday, or from Monday to Sunday. Everything from your wake up until you sleep. And second, read more book. Book is full of your knowledge, like the book when I read in the pandemic in 2020, like Charles Duhigg, Atomic Habit, and Factfulness. I forgot the name, the author of the book, sorry. And the third, to take care about your healthy during the pandemic in 2020. Be productive. Don't forget you for do something, a mini exercise, like push up, pull up, and maybe you can just, what I can say in English, when you are in under the sun, maybe for to get the vitamin D, so you can increase your immunization. That's the three things I want to say right now during the pandemic in 2020.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you so much, Kak Devi. Maybe we can give Kak
You're
Devi a round of
welcome.
applause. That's quick, okay? We just spent like 5 minutes or so, and you have come up with a bunch of stories. Thank you so much. How about Kak Arshan?
You're welcome.
What kind of stories that you would like to tell?
God, my life is not that interesting.
Come on, don't be like that. I know everybody must have like a story to tell. Maybe it's like your experience or your hobby or your daily traits, just like what Kak Sasqia mentioned.
Yeah, let me think of something. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna let you think first. So if I were asked to make a news, a kind of an article like a journalist did, I would love to write or make a feature on travel, like what is that segment, column, just to explore the city. So the city where I live in, which is Tangerang, Tangerang is known as a city of industry, city of trades, but not many people know that Tangerang is actually, Tangerang has a lot of historical places. So that's the stuff that I would like to highlight, especially as my, well, maybe some of you know that I am the tourism ambassador of my city of Tangerang. So maybe if I were to make a headline of my story, to make it more interesting, just to spice it up a little bit, I would like to say, I just made it in Indonesian. Jalan-jalan di Tangerang bersama Kang Kota Tangerang. So I think that would make a much more interesting, to make people become, oh yeah, he is the tourism ambassador of Tangerang, so he must be trustworthy. He knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's about me. How about Kak Sarah? Sarah, what stories would you like to say to your audience?
I'd probably share one of the traumatic events that I have experienced when I was a child. Basically, the moral of the story is to be more careful when you take a public transport. Yeah, because so the story was basically I got someone put a knife through my throat.
What is that?
I got someone put a knife to my throat when I was a kid at a public transportation, and they were just mugging my mom, but they were threatening me. They were threatening to kill me. So yeah, so that was such a life-threatening experience. But more of the story is, yeah, to be more careful when you take a public transportation, even though the for example, the bus is full, you need to to still be aware of your surroundings and etc.
Okay, wow, I didn't see that coming. Thank you so much for sharing it. I cannot imagine to be in that position, honestly. Like, you're out of nowhere, right? You were going somewhere in a public transportation, and somebody do some horrible things to you. But yeah, I'm glad you survived, Kak Sarah.
Yeah, I'm glad I survived too.
If I may add, like the
Sure.
story is interesting. Like that's related to us, like especially for women, right? So maybe you can use create a headline like how to secure yourself in public transportation. So that's for the headline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
you so much, Kasara. It's
Sasqia.
really great.
Woo. Okay. Next one, Kak Arshan. Have you think about anything exciting in your life?
Yeah, I haven't found one yet.
Oh my
So yeah,
God.
yeah, probably I would just share something called eudaimonia. It's maybe the notions is more like is there a better word or a better thing than happiness itself? So yeah, to share a little bit. Yeah, it's a bit. I don't even know where I'm going with this.
Kind of deep, okay? Like a
Yeah, it's
philosophical article.
Yeah, so eudaimonia is the concept of feeling fulfillment. If it's translated to English or Indonesia, probably there's no equivalent word for eudaimonia. I don't think so. Probably the closest thing to eudaimonia is probably kebahagiaan. So yeah, it's the concept that you can actually feel happiness and pain at the same time. So it's kind of like feeling each other.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Kak Arshan, for sharing. Next up, Kak Friday. What stories would you like your audience to know?
Okay, my story. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, the story is getting along with so much people until you get lost.
Okay, what is that about?
Okay. So I have several points that the benefit of the getting along with people. First, we can do social media break, and second, we can share anything about any issues to each other. And the third is we have so many insight, so we will become a person that full of insight and mindful about our life maybe. And then four is having fun. But I mean, yeah, yet we have to be careful and mindful of our goals, because sometimes hanging out with people can make us forget about our goals, especially when you get so many insight and then you get confused about your dream. So that's my point.
Wow, that's quite interesting and quite relatable to many youngsters out there.
Yes.
Right? Oh my God, I just your story reminded me of something my friend has said to me. Sometimes when you are how do you say, when you get a lot of influence from other people, just like you said, you kind of lost your own direction, and sometimes you chase a dream that is not yours.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Adapted dream. Adapted dream.
Yeah.
You want something that everybody's want.
Yeah, exactly. Even if it's not something that you're actually passionate about, or it's not something that would benefit you, but you chase it anyway because you just try to follow along your friends, the society, and everything. That's cool, Kak Friday. I hope to see you actually write that article.
Oh my God. I don't think so. Maybe I just need some help from Sasqia. Oh my God.
Whoa. Okay.
I
Okay.
want to read I mean, if I want to create the article.
Yeah.
I will take a note then, and someday maybe I will share it to you.
That's actually a great idea. Thank you so much, Kak Freddy.
Yes, thank
Back to
you,
Kak
Rama.
Intan. Kak Intan, what story would you like anyone to know? Maybe about you, maybe about your habits, your experience.
Okay. Because of dinosaurs, so I think again what I learned from dinosaurs. Okay, my my experience and the value I think related to emotion, to energy, or maybe to inspire. Okay. I think dinosaurs might have been extinct, but for me, they're still alive until now. For example, this one is from my mom. This one from my dad. And yeah, they're all gifts from my family. So okay, they might been gone, but they're still in my heart. So yeah, we all here to survive, not to be extinct. So yeah.
So you've got a bunch of family of dinosaurs.
Actually only 6.
Oh, 6 is a lot. It's not only, it's a lot.
Yeah, and also it reminds me of something that will release by June this year, not to mention about the movie Jurassic World. So guys, I recommend you to watch the new Jurassic World movie.
Are you playing in the movie?
Actually, her dinosaurs are in the movie. They're gonna play the role.
So she's promoting for them, yeah?
I heard long to live with dinosaurs.
How long have you been interested in dinosaurs, Kak Intan?
Actually, since I was kid, Rama. So I don't know, at that time when my teachers or my friends in elementary school to write like what's your dream job, or what's your what would you gonna be when you are grown up, and then I will write Profesor Hewan Purbakala at that time. No idea.
Wow.
And then I
That's
realized,
the amazing dream.
and then I suddenly realized that it's called paleontologist. So that's one of okay. I think that stuff it's kind of weird for my family. So I end up not being paleontologist, just dino lover, and then it's because the movie influence, like Disney cartoon. I love dinosaur cartoon, and just want to share with you guys.
What is that?
Those three, also the miniature from Disney dinosaur. So, and it's from my mom. I know she passed away, but it's still a legacy for me. So
yeah,
it's a cartoon, but also a remind of her.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh my
That's
God.
so sweet.
That's cool actually. But if I have to spice it up your story, maybe you can start with how dinosaur is changed my life, and you can create a story like that from the gift from your mother, and then you suddenly what is the sound it comes from?
Yeah, I think it comes from maybe Kak Intan. I'm sorry, Kak Intan. I'm just gonna try to mute you once. Okay.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm
No
so
offense,
sorry.
Kak Intan.
No offense. Okay, so yeah, to make it more engaging to the people, you can create a story how the dinosaur is change your perspective in your life. So because you are really attracted to dinosaurs, so you can create some informations about dinosaur because you have a background that the dinosaurs toys is related to your feelings, that it's gifted from your mother. So yeah, thank you for sharing the story.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Kak Sasqia.
Wow, it will lead us back to the last Saturday class when we were talking about grief. Just shameless promotion out there. Anyway, so
It's okay.
For anyone on YouTube or here who is not familiar with last Saturday's class, so we were talking about grief, and I was the conductor. But anyway, so actually we have only like 2 minutes left to. Oh no, it's actually only 40 seconds left. So I hope that all of us, so I know that all of us now have one thing to talk about if you were to be featured on some magazines or some news outlet, you know what you want to talk about. And I think that's cool. Kak Devi talk about how to combat the pandemic, right? You talk about making a to-do list, reading a book, and also be productive. Kak Arshan talk about happiness, not happiness, that one term that I am not familiar with, but it's basically happiness, right? Sarah talked about how to protect yourselves, and also Kak Friday about chasing the lost dreams, and Kak Intan talking about dinosaurs. Thank you so much, everyone. So, since Kak Kadafi here is the first timer, so I would like to ask if Kak Kadafi would like to represent our group in the main room. Because after this, we are going to have another discussion and one of us have to represent our group. Just to tell that story that you just made, Kak Kadafi.
Sure, I will.
Okay.
I will tell my story with the 3 point about the productive since the pandemic. Is it okay with that?
Yeah, sure. Talk about what you have just said I just want to say, I would like to say in the breakout room, but we are in the main room.
Right.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Okay, now since everybody's back to the main room, I give the mic back to our MC, Kak Denny.
Okay. How was the discussion, everyone? How was it?
It's great and tense
It
at the same
was
time.
deep. And we literally need more time.
Yeah.
We need more time.
We all
Always need more time. Yeah.
discussion is way too fun, right? So, yeah. We need more time. Okay. Well, after the discussion, we're going to. I will have to choose one of you guys to represent.
More time though.
Oh,
My God, dragging
we need
here.
more time.
Exactly.
Is that all?
We need more time.
Woohoo, we need more time.
More time. Come on.
Okay, guys. Okay, I think everybody's here. Nobody's in the break rooms anymore. Okay. So I'm going to choose one of the facilitator to pick their own representative and represent their discussion in the main room. So the first one, I would like to choose Anissa. Are you here?
Hi there, thank you, Kadeni. Wow, surprising. Well, actually, I had 4 people in a group, and it was so amazing, and they were so inspiring. And for the representative from my group is going to be Rianto. Then, Rianto, are you there?
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Karyanto. Yeah. Karyanto, please have your time to share your amazing topic or amazing article that you would like to share if you were a journalist.
Okay, I would like to share with you, everyone. My headline is Indonesian tradition brings GP Mandalika as the most unforgettable with race circuit. So the point of view in here I to share is the profile of Mbak Rara as a cloth engineer to arrange a cloth so didn't getting foreign before the race started. And the interesting point that I would like to share is how to technique of Mbak Rara to arrange clothes so that a race to be started. Yeah, in Indonesian tradition. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. That's information that I can share to you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
May I add some more?
Hello? Yeah?
Okay, may I add some more? Because we are in the same thing.
Oh, yeah, sure. Ripple, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I think we need to have some good thing. Yeah, so we call it rain shaman, not rain engineer specialist. That is a title on LinkedIn. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we call it rain shaman. Yeah. How she can hinder the rain, from coming. And then the next thing that I want to share is about this Ramadan is around the corner, right? So what to do? Then I came up with something helpful, which is 5 minutes exercise during Ramadan, because most of the time when it comes to Ramadan, we only take some more rest, more way long than we do apart from Ramadan, right? So I think 5 minutes exercise during Ramadan is really helpful for everybody, because even though it's Ramadan, doesn't mean you have to be so lazy in your house. Yeah, you have to be productive, because what does it take to be healthy is to exercise yourself, right? And then the last sharing from my peer was about traveling, right? So he wanted to travel to around the world, if I'm not mistaken, and then he would make it happen. Yeah, I think that's all from what we have discussed. Yeah, about this topic, and then yeah, I hope it can be gained for everybody as a knowledge. I think that's it. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Kariko, for adding so many, like the conclusion from our discussion. Really appreciate it a lot. Thank you, Kariko, and also Karyanto. Go.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Tewe. It's such an interesting topic you got there. The Mandalika and the Rain Summon. Wow. Okay, for the next one, I would just, let's see. I think Arif. Arif, please.
All right, Danny, thank you. So we were busy arguing who's going to be the representative when we were dragged here, okay? So we haven't decided. But the last name I heard from the group was Shara, because Acho mentioned that, I think. So I think Shara is ready to become our representative. Hi, Shara.
Hi guys.
Hi, okay.
Thank you, Karif. Thank you for the opportunity. I want to choose the topic about education because I'm teaching in senior high school. The headline is because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the teacher should explore some application to make online class more interesting. Okay. Nowadays, it's not easy for a teacher to deliver the material to the students. It's quite difficult to find a way to make the students easy to understand the material. So because of that, the teachers should explore their skills and using some applications to make to make the material easier to understand by the teacher, by the students. The teacher can use some applications such as ice cream to screen record their screen, and then to make presentations, the teacher can make can use Canva free PPT to make presentation, and then to video editing, the teacher can use Movie Maker or Video Guru and etc. And then the teacher can upload the video to YouTube so the students can learn whenever and wherever they are. And then from some application the teacher use, the teacher wills that the students can learn wherever they are, whenever they are want to learn. I think that's all. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Shara, for the headline and the news. Okay, back to the studio, Denny.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Arif, on the place there. Okay, interesting. So you're saying that as a teacher, you like your students in this pandemic era to learn everywhere, anytime. Just interesting. Thank you for sharing with us. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The teacher nowadays should explore their self.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah, for sharing with us. And the next one, I would love to hear from Uncle Moose. Uncle, you here?
Thank you, nephew.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually in my group I had two people, which is Danny, that was proudly wearing the newest Britzone t-shirt. Thank you, Danny. And then I got Nazla. So actually in my group discussion, our headline from the education perspective is that the poverty is the structural things, and then from the inspirational and emotion perspective is that when you find life so hard, but somehow universe always shows you the way. So to sum up this story, I have Nazla. Hi, Nazla.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Nazla, go on with your story.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Sorry, the camera is not really good. About the educational and inspirational things, it's related to, I ever joined a volunteer program near my campus in Jatinangor, Sumedang, West Java, and maybe you know the campus one. And we do this volunteer with the closest distance, around 3 kilometers from my campus, but unfortunately I still see many people like that, and I see that many people that many children that just stop their school program. As we know that the government just make program until 12 years, but they just stop it until 9 years only and have no motivations to continue for the higher level, like senior high school. And we as a college student just support and motivate them that if you continue your study, maybe you will get better life, better work, and you can live somewhere. But unfortunately, they got a really serious and complex problem, like financial and also no support from their parents. Because the poverty is a structural problem. We can solve just from like you only have to study, but the only thing they thought for that day, or they have to fulfill their needs, their stomach. They have what will they eat at the day, and how to continue life for tomorrow, like that. Thank you.
So I guess that's all for my group. Danny, back to you.
Okay, that was sad actually to think about it. There's some kids that stop their education at 9 and can continue because they can't. That's sad. But well, thank you, Nazla, for sharing with us the headlines and the discussion from your groups. It was really eye-opening. Okay, next one. We'll have Dina. Hello, Dina.
Hi, Kak Denny. Thank you for the opportunity. And in our group, we got Kak Dwi, and we also got Kak Rizaldi and also Karina. And the representative of our group would be Kak Dwi herself. Hi, Kak Dwi. Right there.
Hello, Kak.
Yeah. You may deliver our discussion.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for this opportunity, Kak Dina. Okay, we have discussed about one thing, the kind of story. It could be educational, but it could be inspirational, and also it could be emotional as well. So the headline is about the life in the dark, remote area. So it's talking about electricity. Actually, electricity, as we know, is essential thing in our life. It can support our activities, but in the reality, not every cities can get access of electricity, especially in the Waimane, Nusa Tenggara. In Wemani, Nusa Tenggara, there is no electricity at all every day. So at that night, it's really dark. The one and only the source of electricity is from a solar panel, which not every day. It's only available maybe at least one night, or the worst one is only for 2 hours. So it's kind of hard for people there to do the activities because there's no support from electricity. And but in the opposite, at night in the Waimani, Nusa Tenggara, in the nighttime when you see the star, it's really beautiful. It's more beautiful sky more than what you see in Jakarta. Maybe that's one of things that we can take as advantage in the not really good situation. And what's kind of value of this story? The first one is we can use our electricity is more efficient, so we can aware if we not really need, such as like we can turn off the lamp, we can turn off the fan, we can turn off the air conditioner, and you can remove your charger. Yeah, it often happen to us. We leave our chargers in the socket when we don't charge our phone. And the second, the value is about be grateful about what we have, because maybe we are in the big city or in Jakarta, we have no problem, we have no issues about the electricity, but our neighborhood, our siblings in another city, in the remote city, is really needs electricity. Maybe the situation is not support them to do kind of the thing that we do right now. And the third one is we can still see the bright side even we are in the hard situation. So we can try always to get a positive side even we are it's not really good situation. Maybe that's all of our result of discussion. I hope that you can find something useful in the story. Thank you.
Thank you, Kak Dwi, for such an amazing delivery.
Cool. Okay, thank you, Dina. Thank you, Kadwi. Wow, talking about electricity in on our most, how is it? Chill. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. And talking about electricity, don't forget that later tonight there's going to be an Earth Hour. At around 9:30 p.m. I guess. So if you have any plans to go somewhere, I bet the sky will be wonderful tonight. Okay, thank you as well, Dina and Dwi. So next we'll have Coco to represent their discussion, please.
Thank you, MC Denny. Thank you for the time. First, we would like to give a shout out to today's conductor, Kak Sasqia, for simplify the topic so everyone can write a very interesting story. So today we get a very good discussion and very great topic thanks to your tips. So I have Dika, Ilham, Dian, Zaki, and Dewi. So it's very hard for me to pick one, but I have to. I want all of them to talk, but I bet everyone will kill me here. Okay, Dika is talking about MotoGP, very interesting. Ilham talking about how he actually think that teaching is not a cool job, but he ended up being a teacher. Dian talking about Thai's custom, and Zaki talking about Jakarta Sneakers Day because it's happening now, and Dewi talking about quality of sleep, which is her study in magister class. So actually, I will choose Dian because I bet everyone would like to know about his experience about Thai's custom because now he's living in Thailand. Dian, would you share with us your headlines and your story?
Okay, thank you so much, Kak Coco. So what I'm going to present here is gonna be an informative one. I'm going to talk about the things that you might not know about Thailand. So the headline is five facts about Thailand that you might not know. What comes to your mind when you hear the word Thailand? Tom Yum, Sawadee the white elephant, or probably pretty lady boys. So today I would like to take you to the land of smiles, Thailand, and tell you several facts that many people might not know. The first one, unusual nicknames. Do you love watching Thai dramas or movies? Guys, any of you loves watching
Me,
Thai
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Yes.
okay, so if you do, you might have heard how the actors and the actresses are called with funny names, such as guitars, notebook, and frame. If you think this is some kind of joke or something, you're totally wrong. The funny nicknames are actually the names that are given by their parents. So here they have a superstitious belief that every child that is born is haunted by an evil spirit. So to confuse those evil spirits, they name their children with funny names. So in my case, I have a student and his nickname is Silly. Can you imagine calling your student Silly every time you should call him? Okay, and the second fact, Thai lottery. So Thailand is one of the countries that has legalized lotteries. And the Thai lottery itself is organized and managed by the Thai government. So if you're lucky enough, you can win the main prize, which is worth 1 billion rupiahs, 1 million. Okay, and the coupon can be bought everywhere. You can find a vendor anywhere in Thailand, in every corner of the road. So, and the Thai lottery itself has donated more than 120,000 million dollars every year to the government. And the next thing, which is shocking about Thailand, is cutlery is a must. So dining in a junk food restaurant in Thailand can be really bothersome. Unlike in Indonesia, when you go to KFC, you can freely eat with your hands. But here, no, you should eat with a fork, and a knife. So can you imagine how irritating it is? Okay, number 4, heaven to monitor lizards. One of the jaw-dropping facts about Thailand is a heaven to monitor lizards. So monitor lizards, or biawa, are considered to be a sacred animal here. So if a monitor lizard comes to your house, then you should shoo him away gently. Try to talk to him, because they also believe that if a monitor lizard comes to your house, it's going to bring you good luck. And then the last one, the longest capital city name. So Guinness Book record has stated that Thailand has the longest capital city name, which has 168 characters. So that's all about Thailand that I know.
Wonderful.
Wow, interesting. Oh my God.
I want to go to Thailand right now.
Yes, Kak Sasqia. See, I
Oh my
don't
God.
lie.
Oh
Very
my God.
interesting.
It's really interesting. I never thought it would be like engaged to our, our mind. Like we never know that might be happen, but it's actually happened. And your storytelling is really great. And you can conclude all of the stories just in the discussions group, and you can conclude it into 5 things. Wow, it's really
Yeah.
great.
But it was new. Actually, it was one of my writing that has been published to one of the platforms. I originally wrote it in Bahasa Indonesia, and it has been published in Brilio. Okay, yes.
No wonder that you're really great at storytelling. Oh my God.
All right, thank you. I'll take it as compliment.
Thank you, Dian. Thank you, Kak Saskia, for the comment as well. Back to MC Denny.
Wow, wow. So that's 5 things I bet you guys didn't know before, and it did. It did. It's cool. So for the last one, last but not least, of course, we got Rama, which is the main room Hasil. Okay, Rama.
Hi everyone. So I'm Rama. In our room, in this room actually, we have 5 amazing Britzoners. They are Kak Davi, Kak Arshan, Kak Sarah, Kak Friday, and Kak Intan. And all of them talk about many different stories actually. So in this room, I encourage everyone to talk about mainly about themselves because I want all of them to be like me, a self-centered person. But anyway, so Kak Arshan talk about happiness. Kak Sarah shared the story of, on how to protect ourselves in in public transportation. And we have Kak Friday who talk about chasing the dream, and Kak Intan talk about mainly about dinosaurs and how it changed her life. But the next one is Kak Kadafi. I'm just gonna let Kak Kadafi tell his story by himself because he is going to be our representative. In fact, he is also a newcomer in Britzone, so this is his first time. So everyone, please welcome Kak Kadafi.
Oh, hello everyone. Since I'm the first time here, I choose a topic about productivity. The 3 things about the productivity I'm doing while the pandemic in 2020. The first is to make a to-do list from your wake up until you sleep, from your Monday to Friday and Saturday or Sunday. Usually when you are in Monday or Friday, well, you are work at home, study at home, or manual you can doing. But especially in Saturday and Sunday, you don't usually just rebahan or just scrolling social media. Maybe you can do something of productivity other than cleaning your house, helping your mother, and something else. Not only rebahan, playing game online, or watching Netflix. That's the first thing you must do to stay productivity when you are during a pandemic. And the second way is read more book. The 3 books that I read during the pandemic from 2020 until now. The first is Atomic Habit by James Clear. The second is The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. And the third is Minimalist Lifestyle by Fumio Sasaki. I recommended all of audience in here to read one of the best book for my opinion is Atomic Habit by James Clear and The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. It can change your mind about productivity, not only during the pandemic, but for your future productivity. And until now, I'm still read a more and more book about productivity. And the third, exercise. Exercise to increase your immunity, like push up, pull up, sit up, sunbathe, or even jogging. From the first time, it's really hard to doing a push up, pull up, and sit up. But until now, I can doing more than 10 to 20 times maybe. And remember sunbath, don't forget to use sunblock because we didn't know your skin will going to burning while sunbath without sunblock. There's 3 things about productivity I'm doing from pandemic 2020 until now. Thank you. Maybe I can back to Rama because it's my first time.
No, thank you so much, Kak Davi. So Kakak Davi explained about how to deal with the pandemic in a healthy way ya Kak. Okay, now back to Kak Magdeni.
Ah, thank you, Davi, for sharing with us the books. It's actually interesting. 3 of the interesting books I know. And okay, so I think that's all. Thank you guys for sharing with us your discussion. It all very interesting. We got teachers, we got someone who lives in Thailand, which is great. And then, so before we end the class, we still have time, right? Okay, so we're going to open a Q&A for 2 people. So please, anyone, if you want to ask a question to our conductor, please feel free to raise. Okay, we got our host, Rama. You want to ask a question?
Yes, thank you, Magdeni. Since we are actually waiting for the others to ask. Kak Freddy, shut up! Don't laugh. To ask other question. I'm just very curious about how journalists work. So when you are making a news, when you are making an article, you have to have an outline, right, Kak Sasqia? But I'm just very curious, when you are doing your duty, like reporting an event, so do you make an outline as well? So do you have a note on what should you record, or on what should you, how is it? Do you make like points by points before the event? Or do you just try to record all of the events, and then making the stories like after the event? Thank you, Kak Sasqia.
All right, great questions, Rama. Yeah, I'm totally wonder if I were you, I would like to ask the same questions. So, of course, we have to create an outline before we are gonna deliver the news or the informations. Just make a quick point, and then after that, we also prepare the questions that would be asked to our interviewees. So in journalism kind of thing, we cannot just make our point of view to deliver the information. We need someone to make our informations is getting the trust. So that is why journalism not only about to tell a story, but it's also give another point of view, not only from one side, but also from the other side. So the informations could be balanced. So for the questions that have you recorded all the material? No, is not. We are observing first before we are taking the footage. We see the conditions first. If there is no necessary to taking the footage, we are not taking that long, because if we are taking a lot of footage, it might be hard for the editors to select the good pictures. So we just select the good evidence, the good circumstances that matters with the script. So first is to point out, and then the journalist ask the camera person, hey, please take this footage because I want to add it into my script. So I think it's gonna be answer your questions. Okay, thank you, Rama, for
Thank you so much, Kak Sasqia.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Is that he answer your questions, Rama? Are you satisfied with the answer? Cool.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So the next one, we have Arif here, who raised his hands.
Thank you, McDanny. So actually, I just want to know your personal opinion about in journalism. So which one do you think is the most vital one in bringing up the news? Is it the reporter who collects all the information about something that happened and brought out to become the news, or the news anchors who present it with all very detailed information about it?
All right. So yeah, thank you so much, King Arif, to King Arif, yeah, Arif, for your questions. Yeah, actually, and it's gonna be curious for all people because I already mentioned that in journalism we have to work in a team. So the very crucial one, of course, is reporters, because she's the one who get the actual source from the first sources. So that is why if the first sources is not clear enough, is not right enough, and the other element of the journalism what might be followed. So make sure that the reporter is the brain of the story. So it's gonna be it's gonna be the key point of journalism. It's gonna be always be the reporters, because the main point, the main idea is the point of view, the setting, it's defined by the reporters and also by the producers. But the producers is just only to taking notes that you have to get this point of view, and the journalist and the reporter have to find it out. If the reporters did not find it in the right way, it's gonna be fail for all the stories. So I think it's all.
Okay, so thank you. I was
Okay,
just curious about that. So thank you very much. It answers the question.
Okay. Okay, guys. I think that's all. Sorry for because of the limited time. We only have 2 people to ask a questions. So actually, unfortunately, we are at the end of our class. But before that, maybe Saskia, you get some closing statement for the class.
All right. So being a journalist actually is really fun thing, because you can learn all of the knowledge in here, because you are always looking for the informations and insight to be delivered by the people. So that is why being a journalist makes you smarter than before. You already know all the phenomenal, because you have to tell it to the people. You have to simplify every evidence that comes in our surroundings and create it into a news package that people finally can easy to understand about the circumstances that happen. So when you are, but you don't have to be a journalist if you want to tell your story. You just like use the element of journalists always do. So like Kak Dian said, 5 things that you should that you never know about Thailand. So maybe Kak Dian is not a journalist, but he's innate the element of journalist, because he's creating one of the journalist things is by observe the circumstances, and then he's write it down into the point that really CEO friendly. If you want to know more about CEO friendly, you can check it on the Google. It's you can just looking it by yourself, because this is not the relatable topics. But yeah, it's kind of that. You don't have to be a journalist if you want to tell your story, but you can enact some element of that maybe makes your story more interesting and engaged to the people, and give another people's benefits for that. I think that is all. Thank you so much, guys, for coming my class.
Okay, thank you, Saskia. So I guess you all have fun today, right?
We do.
Of course. Definitely.
It's very interesting topic, and I hope that you guys have learned something that you can implement later in life, because it's important to know how to make our story interesting to engage to the audience. I mean, that's why journalist is expertise in that kind of field, to tell story that interesting. Then it's wonderful that we learn about it today, and I hope you guys can learn one or two things about it. So we are at the end of the class, but before we ended it, please, we're going to take a picture. So please open up your camera, and I might want to ask our host to help me to take
Yeah, sure.
as always.
I'm gonna take over. No, it's fine. It's my job. Okay, everyone, please open your camera and put your best smile. In 3, 2, wait, Kak Dian, please stop. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm just gonna move to the next slide. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's it. All done. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Saskia.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Saskia, and thank you, Saturday team.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a nice
Bye,
weekend.
everyone. Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Have a nice
And
weekend.
have a nice weekend.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
Enjoy your weekend, everyone.
Too. Bye bye. Thank you, YouTube. Too. Oh, we're still live, right, on YouTube. Thank you, Kadafi, for coming. See you in the next classes.
Thank you, everyone.
See you too.
Bye-bye. Thank
See you,
you, Kashera.
Kadafi.
Welcome back, Kashera, to our online class. See you again later.
Yeah, inshallah, inshallah.
All right. Have a nice
Thank
weekend.
you. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
All right. We're still live on YouTube.
Thank you. See you next
Thank you,
time.
Slamet.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Next class
Thank you, Karyanto.
coming.
Bye.